This is 7 National News, and in our top story, UAE President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan has issued Federal Law No. 2 on commercial companies for 2015, which is expected to promote sustainable development and strengthen global competitiveness. According to the Emirates news agency WAM, the new law issued by the President should support economic diversification and accelerate the steps the country is taking towards a knowledge-based economy based on creativity and innovation, the UAE Vision 2021 and its national agenda. His Excellency Sultan bin Saeed Al Mansouri, the UAE Minister of Economy, was quoted as saying that the law aims to contribute to the development of the business environment and the country's economic status by organizing companies based on the rules of governance, the protection of the rights of shareholders and partners, the support of the flow of foreign investment, and promotion of corporate social responsibility. As per the legislation, companies will now be allowed to float a minimum of 30% of its equity, while previous rules required companies to float at least 55%. The law also introduces the concept of a sole founder to UAE commercial law, allowing an individual to establish a private or limited liability company, which is expected to offer more convenience for UAE's entrepreneurs. The law, however, does not relax restrictions on foreign ownership, which remains capped at 49%. Authorities have warned that today's dust storm is likely to continue over the weekend and have urged motorists to exercise caution due to low visibility and strong winds expected during this period. The National Centre for Meteorology and Seismology has advised drivers to be careful on the roads as a result of reduced visibility to less than 500 meters due to strong winds carrying dust. Fresh to strong winds with speeds of up to 36 kilometers to 44 kilometers an hour are expected in various parts of the country, with winds up to 52 kilometers an hour expected over the islands. NCMS has also issued a warning against heading out to sea, as the Arabian Gulf is expected to be rough to very rough, with waves reaching heights of up to 5 feet onshore and up to 12 feet offshore. Police in Abu Dhabi and Dubai have advised drivers to keep their headlights on and ensure a safe distance between vehicles. The conditions prompted health warnings from the National Emergency and Crisis Disaster Management Authority, which advised adults and children with asthma or allergies to stay indoors. Meanwhile, Dubai airports also issued a statement on Twitter revealing disruption to normal operations and have encouraged passengers to check with the airlines for regular updates. The Ministry of Labour has referred 479 firms to public prosecutors for allegedly breaking UAE labour laws. The legal action follows several inspections conducted by the ministry last year. During a press conference which was held at the ministry headquarters in Abu Dhabi yesterday, the Assistant Under-Secretary for Inspectional Affairs, Maher Al-Obaid, stated that the inspection sector in the Ministry of Labour is following a strategic plan with 2 key points: controlling the labour market and educating and guiding Labour parties about their rights and duties. This comes in line with the ministry's strategy to create a stable labour market and a productive workforce to promote a competitive, knowledge-based economy that revolves around UAE citizens. Al-Obaid explained that inspectors have carried out over 288,670 inspections to note down faults within the private sector and assure their commitment to providing a safe workplace, housing for labourers that matches required standards, and abiding by occupational health and safety measures. According to last year's reports, around 17,217 practices went against the law, and the right to legal procedures were undertaken against each violation. He also added that some of the measures taken against violating practices were just warnings, as the offence was not considered serious, such as misleading overtime calculations. On the other hand, the ministry took decisions to stop services to some facilities found with major faults, plus fining them, while others faced administrative fines for breaking the law. More residents are stepping up to become volunteers to give back to the community, with the number of volunteers in Dubai increasing exponentially over the past 6 years. From just 20 volunteers registered in the Community Development Authority's database in 2009, a total of 3,650 volunteers in Dubai are now dedicating their spare time for a good cause. According to a local report from 2009, registered volunteers have clocked in a total of 30,863 hours from all the outreach projects, events and conferences in Dubai. It was also estimated that in addition to the social benefit the volunteers provide, the economic contribution to the community has reached approximately 1.2 million dirhams. Volunteering work in Dubai was institutionalized in 2009 as part of CDA's mandate and formally organized in 2012. Although volunteer numbers are growing, the Dubai Social Study 2013-14 published last year said only 2.9% of Dubai's population are involved in doing volunteer work, the majority of whom are Emiratis. The Internet of Things, augmented reality and big data analytics will be the key drivers for the development of the world in Dubai. That's according to Philippe Blanchard, a key advisor of technology, information and knowledge to Dubai Expo 2020. Delivering a speech at the popular design store Icon House in Dubai, Blanchard stated that there are misconceptions that technology is the key driver for change rather than sociology. It was further added that the way people interact with technology and the regulatory framework within which these interactions take place serve as the key driver for change. Addressing a number of entrepreneurs, amateur designers and technology enthusiasts, the technology gurus said that at the moment experts in the field of technology are trying to understand how a city ultimately becomes a smart city. Discussions were also held on the use of technology as well as the creation of frameworks where good governance can extract the true potential of different communities, allowing individuals to work together, mobilizing their energies to create new things. Commenting on the Internet of Things, Blanchard said that the possibility to use Internet protocols to engage with people and the fact that technology has mixed with the world of atoms with human beings creates an interesting future for humankind. Talking about why Dubai is an obvious choice for hosting the Expo 2020, the leading technology expert said that Dubai is the only place in the world where you can have the perfect combination of political vision, competitiveness, knowledge and the will to invest in future technologies.
In November 27, 2013, Dubai was elected to be the host city for the Expo 2020. And they were elected with 116 votes against 47 for Russia, which means that not only Dubai, but most of the world understood that Dubai had the potential, had the capacity and the will. The higher committee, His Highness, they had the vision of mobilizing all the resources, all the strength of Dubai to deliver an incredible Expo. So I see the Expo not as a goal, but really as a springboard for new developments for the future, not only for Dubai and the UAE, but also for the whole region at large. And I think the strongest asset we can rely on is really the motivation and the mobilization of the different communities.
And finally, in the bulletin, Qatar's Nasser Al Attiyah is firmly on course for his second victory in the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, while reigning world champion Mark Comer is within reach of an 8th bike success in the UAE. Al Attiyah and his Mini won the 258-kilometer Nissan Patrol special stage from defending champion Vladimir Vasilyev to extend his overall lead to 19 minutes 47 seconds from the Russian driver in another Mini. Dutchman Eric van Loon, another 20 minutes away, rounded out the top three. It was a bitterly disappointing day for Sheikh Khalid Al Qasimi, holding 4th place overnight on his Desert Challenge debut, and fellow Emirati driver Yahya Al Hili, winner of the first stage on Sunday. Al Qasimi retired halfway through the stage with a gearbox problem, but after such a strong showing on his first appearance in the FIA World Cup for cross-country rallies, there could be much more to come. Al Hili, who had slipped to 9th 24 hours earlier after outpacing the factory cars in his locally built Nissan pickup, rolled early on the stage and then suffered a heavy landing after 35 kilometers. By then, the reign of Portugal's Paulo Goncalves as the Desert Challenge Bikes champion had already been ended by mechanical problems. There were no problems for stage winner Matthias Walkner nor his KTM teammate Comer, who was the second fastest on the day to extend his overall lead from Dubai-based Sam Sunderland to 11 minutes 55 seconds. While the UAE's top two drivers had a day to forget, the country's leading rider, multiple Arab motocross champion Mohammed Al Balushi, again underlined his ability amongst the world's best to be 6th fastest on the stage and 6th overall.
Our drivers today also, which is the UAE, we had an injury for Yahya Belhili, who has been a veteran for 25 years, and then Khalid Al-Qasmi also had a transmission or a different problem. I think the terrain is eating on the teams, the cars and the bikes.
I'm quite happy to finish today without any problem, without any drama. Just we need to see for tomorrow what we can do. It will be last day, and going to Abu Dhabi, I hope to win this race.
I brake before, and the bike with maybe I don't take too much the clutch, and the engine stop, and after no more possible start.
I caught Joanne after a few kilometres, and then I decided to push a bit for our strategy for Mark, but we've just arrived at the refuel and we heard Paolo has some problem.